Hello YouTube, the Jersey Shark here with another Gundam TCG deck profile video. This is going to be for one of my most recently completed decks and one I've been looking forward to building and playing for a while now. And that is Red-Green Celestial Being Trinity. We're just going to call it CB Trinity for short. This is more of a fun build I'm trying. Not the most optimal build for this, obviously, but I wanted to incorporate as many of the Trinity cards as possible because they don't get enough love. And for that reason, you won't see Lock-On in this deck, but I do plan on, when I build another CB deck that is going to be green-purple, that is where you will see Lock-On. Just trying to find one card here because I know I am going to bring it up. There we go. At some point in the video. But without further ado, let's get started. My only locals experience with this deck was a 2v2. Had a lot of fun with that. So as always, I will do my best to explain cards. And starting off, no level 2s in this deck. And our first level 3 is a 1 cost, which is Gundam Virtue. Can link with Tierra. I'm not running Tierra in this deck, obviously. But a cool part about this deck is every unit has a link, which is nice. And that's one reason why I am running 12 pilots in the deck. But Gundam Virtue, 3 AP, 1 HP. Yeah, the 1 HP is a little lackluster, but basically early pressure, and also puts pressure on your opponent. It makes them have to waste an effect to potentially get rid of this card. And I rather them ping this for one than another unit. That's the only reason why it's in here. I know the more popular card would be the level 3 2 cost Gundam Exia. I'm not too crazy about that effect, though. It is situational. And I do run cards with... I run enough cards with situational effects in this deck as it is anyway, so... no need to add another. What I do have to do, though, is buy another starter deck. Because, A, I would like to have a chance at pulling an all-foil deck, or just see what other... foil card I can get from the extra pack. But I also need more... I know I can buy singles for the LRs I need for the deck, but again, I'd rather just get a second since this is my favorite Gundam, or 00 is my favorite Gundam series. And I bring that up because I have 3 Gundam Kyrios here. This potentially could be a 4 of. I'm not sure yet. I know with future testing, there will be changes made to the deck. I know one change in particular I have in mind, but we'll get to that later. So Gundam Kyrios, level 3 2 cost, 2 AP, 3 HP, can link with Alleluia or Hallelujah. During your turn, when you have a CB pilot in play, that includes itself, this unit gains AP +2. Sorry if the lighting is... sorry if the video is blurry or anything. I don't have the lights on. It's actually not that dark out right now, so that's why I don't have the lights on. This is... yeah, this is just a good early game card. Or not just early game. This is just a good card in general. Getting the AP +2 is why it only has 2 AP to begin with. But basically, you're going to be swinging for 5 with that Kyrios. And then here we have Gundam Kyrios Tail Unit Flight Mode, which has 3 AP, 4 HP, and when you have a CB Link unit in play, this card in your hand gets cost -1, so it will be a 2-drop instead of a 3-drop, which is great. And unlike my Titans deck, everything in this deck has at least the CB trait. I know the one part of my Titans deck is that not every, obviously not every Titans pilot is also Jupiter's. Oh, 4. There we go. I was like, wait, I said 4 and there's not 4 on here. There you go. So I run 4 of these. I like the stat line. It's also been a while since I used my cloth mat from MetaMats. I've had this mat for years now. I'm not even the biggest wing fan, but it was a really cool mat. They only made 10 or 20 of these. It's a different design than the one that's regularly available on their website. Not sponsored or anything. I just wanted to point that out. Next up is our first of the Trinity units, and that's Gundam Throne Zwei. This is now going into our level 4s of the deck. When linked, choose one of your CB units. During this turn, it may choose a damaged active enemy unit as its attack target. So that gives you more plays. If there's a damaged blocker, you could potentially swing at that or try and get rid of one of their bigger units. And this links with Trinity or Alial Sanchez. Obviously, I said Sanchez, it's Sanchez. My bad. You think I would know that? With this being my favorite series. I'm also looking forward to the movie tomorrow. Can't wait to watch that. The new Hathaway movie. Although it's not really new for us. I mean, it's new for us, not for Japan. They've had that movie for, I think, years now. But anyway, back to this. Or no, moving on, actually. And then again, I like that 3/4 stat line. Here's the main card of any red CB deck, and that is Gundam Kyrios, which does have 1 AP, 4 HP. There's a reason why it has 1 AP, though, and that's because of its effect. What's nice about this card is that it does have First Strike, and then its other effect is during Link, this unit gets AP +2 for each of your rested CB units. That does include itself. So, if you have Hallelujah on this pilot, it'll be swinging for at least 5. If it's Hallelujah, you're swinging for at least 4. But, yeah, you can really power up this unit to get to potentially over 10 AP, which is insane. And it having First Strike is just a nice bonus. And that's actually what makes this card good, is the fact that it has First Strike. Next up, we have there's a really stupid and fun combo you can do with this card and Nana Trinity. And this is Gundam Throne Dry, if I'm pronouncing that right. Thinking Pokemon, how you had Dino Zweilous and Hydreigon. But anyway, once per turn, when this unit is arrested by an effect, set it as active. Nana's effect is you rest the unit she's linked to and give +2 AP to one of your units. So basically, with this card, it's just a free support, and then you just restand it, or use this with the Trinity Warships effect, and it's a free ping, and you can still attack with this. And the 3/3 stat line is decent. Next up, we have Gundam Dynames, which can link with Lock-On. Again, not running Lock-On in this deck. There's just no room for him with how committed I was to the Trinity engine. This has a deploy effect. You may rest this unit. If you do, choose one enemy unit that is a level 4 or lower. Deal 2 damage to it. I like that ping effect. And again, if you still have... Well, you should still have your Gundam Kyrios on board. Just buffs up the Kyrios even more. But the 2 ping is nice as well. And it does have stability with the 4 HP. This next card I'm testing out. I'm most likely going to take this out when I use this more at locals. Again, my only experience using this at locals was a 2v2 that we had after the main locals. I would have used this at the main. I would have used this at the regular locals if I had all the cards, but I got the rest of the cards I needed for this deck after that regular locals. But here we have a Gundam Curios Tail Booster, level 5 4 cost. This is the last of the level 5s. 5 AP, 3 HP. Deploy, choose one of your units paired with a Super Soldier pilot, so that's either Alleluia or Hallelujah. During this turn, it may choose an active enemy unit that is level 4 or lower as its attack target. It's not the greatest card. I feel... Yeah, I don't feel this card is going to be all that great. Maybe I bump up Dry to 3 or 4. Or the card I was mentioning earlier. I don't know if I... This is actually my chase card from GDO3. I'm glad I was finally trade for that. Traded a Kshatriya for this. Can't believe how much this card went up, but... And it has my favorite double O character on there, which is Felt. Felt. I always mispronounce her name too. But yeah, I don't know if I should run Bridge Crew in this or not. Choose a friendly unit during this turn. It may choose an active enemy unit that has no pilot paired with it as its attack target. So another situational. That's something I may try to put in the deck. I know that for sure is going to go in my green-purple CB deck, though. But yeah, Bridge Crew is an option. I may just bump up Dry and probably Kyrios Transam to 3 instead of playing that, but we'll see. Next up, we have Gundam Throne Eins. You may choose 1 to 2 of your other active CB units. Rest them. If you do, deal damage equal to the number of units rested with this effect to all enemy units that are level 6 or lower. So I like how this just pings everything on board. Again, you do not mind resting your units because it just powers up Kyrios more. Or if you do have Dry on board, or if you have Dry on board. Excuse me. If you have Dry on board, it can just you just rest Dry and then it'll be active again. And what's nice about Gundam Throne Dry is it does not need to be paired or linked with a pilot. It's just a once per turn effect. And then the key there is once per turn, so if for some reason your opponent rests it, it just stands again. And then this one hits hard, but is fragile. But again, you're just using this to support Kyrios. And for ping. Pinging is always nice. And now we're seeing more rush decks being played. Next, and then the final unit is Gundam Kyrios Transam. This should be at 3, honestly. I do have 3 copies. Alright, I do have a 3rd copy, it's just not in the deck right now. I feel this is a card you don't mind seeing, though, because it has 2 effects, depending on Super Soldier, depending on which Super Soldier pilot you have in play. But you will most likely have at least one of them in play to link with this Transam. So if you have a red Super Soldier pilot in play, it gets First Strike. If you have a green Super Soldier pilot in play, it gets Breach 3. So if you already have either Alleluia or Hallelujah on board, you just link it with one of the 2 that is not currently linked to something, and you get both effects, which is really nice. And again, First Strike is deadly, and Breach 3 is always nice as well. Now moving on to the commands. This first one is a pseudo command because it can also be a pilot, and that is what I used it for in the 2v2, just for aggression. Although the command effect helps with aggressive plays as well, and that's Trinity, which is also Johann Trinity. Main action: choose 1 to 3 of your CB units. They get AP +2. So if I'm thinking this correctly, say they use Unforeseen, you can use you can use this to get that AP back, which would be pretty cool. But just being able to give your entire field +2 AP is always nice. I know I'm saying always nice a lot. But yeah, it just fits my aggressive playstyle more. Next up, we have one of the searchers in the deck, and that is Tactical Visionary. You will see this in almost every Celestial Being deck. I don't know how many out there are running red purple. But this is a green card, that's why I mentioned that. Tactical Visionary. I'm hoping to get a whole playset of the winter version of this. I believe this is our only card with Sumeragi on it too, which kind of stinks, but I'm sure whenever we get more CB support, it will be more be themed after Season 2. But anyway, this card. Look at the top 3 cards of your deck. You may reveal one CB unit or pilot. Among them, add it to your hand. Return the remaining cards randomly to the bottom of your deck. Basically, this just searches for anything in the deck other than the command. Yeah, other than the command or the base. But everything in your deck does have CB, which is great. And that is also going to help with Hallelujah's effect. And we'll get to Hallelujah shortly. But yeah, again, this is a staple card in CB. Now for the pilots. First off, we have for Hallelujah. Does have the Super Soldier trait, +1/+1. During your turn, when you have a CB Link unit in play, also counts itself for that. This unit can't receive battle damage from enemy units with 3 or less AP. So early game, you can just freely swing into blockers or you can basically you don't have to worry about those early game blockers. I don't know many level 3 or lower. Or do we have any level 3 or lower blockers with more than 3 AP? I don't think so. Correct me if I'm wrong though, but oops, wrong stack. But solid pilot, and again, is crucial. For those who don't know, Hallelujah and Hallelujah are the same person. Just think of Hallelujah as either his persona or alter ego. Not going to go too much more into detail with that. I don't want to spoil the anime, even though I hate saying this because it makes me feel old. But that anime is almost 20 years old. Yeah. Yeah, that is scary. Released 08, right? Double was 08? If I'm wrong, damn. But anyway. Next up is the main pilot of the deck, and that's Hallelujah Haptism. So he's +2/+1 instead of +1/+1. And then during Link, once per turn, during your turn, when this unit destroys an enemy unit with battle damage, look at the top card of your deck. If it is a CB card, you may reveal it, add it to your hand, return any remaining card to the bottom of your deck. Again, everything in the deck has CB, so whatever you reveal with this card is going to be added to your hand, which is nice. And since both Kyrios and Kyrios Transam have first strike, you're more often than not going to get that effect off. The only stipulation is that it has to be your turn, not your opponent's. Next up, we have a character a lot of people don't like. I don't mind her, though, and that's Nana Trinity. This was one of my chase cards in the set. Just glad I was able to pull one at the release event and then traded for the other one. But she is the pilot that gives one of your units support 2, which is an activate main. Rest this unit. One other friendly unit gets AP plus specified amount during this turn. And that is why she has 0 AP, 3 HP. Again, you pair this with... Where is it? Again, you pair this with Gundam Thrown Dry. Oops. Pair this with Dry, and that's a free support too. It's silly. I did that a lot in the 2v2. And then because it has 6 HP, it's not the easiest to not the easiest unit to get rid of. And there were times in that 2v2 during multiple rounds of the 2v2 where I would give something support too, and I just wouldn't attack with the Gundam Thrown Dry. Because you don't always have to be aggressive. That's what I have to learn. And then the final pilot of the deck is Michael Trinity. Level 4 1 cost, +2/+1, 1 linked, choose 1 damage enemy unit, deal 1 damage to it, so... You know, everyone's favorite, ping. So he just pings a unit when linked. Again, just has to be an already damaged unit. And then, finally, to finish off the deck is the base, which is, of course, Trinity. Its effect is activate main once per turn, pay one resource, rest 1 friendly CB unit, choose 1 enemy unit that is level 5 or lower, deal 1 damage to it, more ping, and again, you don't mind resting your units because it either gets effects off or just buffs up Kyrios. So that is it for the deck profile. Fun deck. Can't wait to use this more at locals. Don't know if I'm going to use this at the next new type challenge, whenever that is. I don't even know when our next new type is, but yeah, just looking forward to testing this more. And again, the changes I'm thinking of is just getting rid of Kyrios Tail Booster and putting Kyrios Transamp to 3 and Thrown Dry to 3. I don't think that would be that bad. And then save the bridge crew for green purple. Don't know when I'm going to build that deck, but I obviously will do a video on that when it's done. And then I also plan on building vultures. That's the next project I'm working on. And that is what I love about the Gundam card game. Deck building is so much fun, and unlike One Piece in particular, you could still have fun using whatever deck you want. Hopefully it stays that way with the Gundam card game, but so far so good. I'm really enjoying it, and definitely looking forward to next set because we get G Gundam, and then we have that extra booster, which is, I think that the extra booster is definitely catered more for 2v2, which we do play a lot at Toy Wiz, so that's going to make for fun times for sure. But again, thank you guys for watching, and my locals for the Gundam card game is Toy Wiz. We have our locals Saturday nights, so definitely swing on by. Love the community there. I just love how I finally have people to talk Gundam with, because I'm pretty much the only one in my friends group who really likes the series, so it's just nice to have interact with more passionate fans. Kind of curious if I'll see any of them tomorrow at the premiere. It's at 3 p.m. though, which is an odd time, but works for me. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I will see you next time. Next video is I'm gonna start showcasing my hockey PC. It's been a long time coming for that video. So just be a little more patient. That will be out either end of this week or some point next week. And again, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.